Hello and welcome to another miniature episode of But Is It Fun? This is episode 2 in a series of videos I'm doing called Super Mario Odyssey The World's Tour. So, if you've missed video 1, go ahead and click the links provided somewhere on screen or in the description below. However, you may want to listen to this little addendum before clicking away. In my effort and excitement to try and highlight fun design aspects of the worlds in Super Mario Odyssey last week, I lost a page or two somewhere along the way and forgot to mention critical aspects of the game. This was my own oversight, and I'm going to make it up right now. And for those curious, I'll be providing my final thoughts on Super Mario Odyssey at the end of this adventure in my more classic But Is It Fun style. I just don't want to pass judgment quite yet while I'm on this journey with you all. In Super Mario Odyssey, it's Mario's goal to save Princess Peach once again from the clutches of Bowser. But this time, Mario is aided by a ghost named Cappy, who takes the shape of Mario's classic red cap. Using Cappy, Mario now has the ability to capture certain enemies to use their abilities to help him and Cappy on their adventure. Mario must collect power moons to power up the engines of the ship named the Odyssey so they can chase after Bowser and save Princess Peach and Tiara from becoming his bride by force. Bowser enlists the help of the Broodals, which are moon rabbits for reasons I'm sure are explained later in the story. And that's the quick notes intro to the game I accidentally omitted from my previous entry. In all honesty, I'm still practicing my video creating skills, so I thank you all for your patience with this. So feel free to head back to episode 1 now if you haven't seen it, and come back when you're done. Don't worry, I'll still be here waiting for you to get back when you pause this video. Alright, so back to the goodness. We actually have to take a trip back to the first place we landed in the Cap Kingdom, Bonnet N. There are some power moons to collect and new areas to explore, as well as more dress-up accessories. I must have all of Mario Barbie's clothes. I'm excited to be given a reason to come back to Bonnet N. This spooky kind of theme is always appealing to me, like I stated in my first video. One thing to notice right out of the gate is that there's now Paragoombas flying around the top of the dense fog on the lower part of town. Capturing these Goombas allows you to fly around the town at roughly the height you captured them at to collect coins and power moons. It's pretty fun to flap around as these little muffin-shaped baddies. The shop items here are some of the best yet. Tuxedo Mario is the most dapper thing in town, and the town is made of top hats. In fact, I dare say Mario is more dapper than the fat controller himself. The 1 power moon for 100 coins is also available here, as well as the travel stamp for the Odyssey and the trophies. There are only 50 purple coins to collect in Bonnet N, but a few of them have proven to be great hiders, so if you want all of the purple coin items, keep your eyes open. And yes, I turned on all the lights with Cappy, and once again nothing happened, although I still think I missed one. There's probably a moon there somewhere. The biggest new additions to the level are the opened hat doors to the frog pond, where you can frog jump to your heart's content and collect a few moons while doing so, as well as the push block puzzle platforming section, which looks to be made of solidified ink from Splatoon 2? I mean, that stuff is neon orange. It puts safety cones to shame. This little push block stage is a great little challenge of learning how to time your jumps for quicker maneuvering. If you're too slow, you get pushed to the bottom or sometimes to your death. The last newly uncovered area is at the very back of the Hat Tower, which you can only access through using a captured Paragoomba. This kind of puzzle always brings an air of excitement for me. Having to do semi-precise flying with a wonky flight path has its unique charm for me. I know it's not good, but I love it anyway. You can also find our intrepid Toad adventurer, Captain Toad, on top of the tower where the previous Broodal encounter was. This little guy sure does get around, huh? He even made it to the Wii U, which very few people have ever seen. Let alone purchased. With all of the trophies, travel stamps, and costume pieces now in hand, this town has nothing more to offer, except for a few power moons I'm saving for later on. So, it's time to set sail and get back onto Bowser's trail. Our last lead was that he was headed to the Sand Kingdom, so let's go! Upon landing the ship outside of Tostarena Town, you'll notice this place has an overabundance of ice for a desert kingdom. This appears to use the classic theme of fire and ice, which is no stranger to Mario games. Even Galaxy had the appropriately named Freeze Flame Galaxy. Oh my... These little people are sugar skulls! Sugar skulls are one of my favorite icons of the Mexican holiday, the Day of the Dead. I love everything from the skull shape to the colorful painted patterns on them. I also find it incredibly appropriate that this level comes after the Halloween-esque themed Cap Kingdom, since the Day of the Dead is celebrated for 2 days after Halloween. This also happens to be the second world after Bonnet N. Hey! This iced-up green guy owes me money too! How come everyone green owes Mario money? Aw, it's too cold for the Freezy shop? Ha! I'm Canadian. It's never too cold for a Freezy. Unless the shop is literally frozen over. Okay, I'll come back later. Hey, keep those Freezies cold for me, huh? This is now a public service announcement. This puppy has a hat. I repeat, this good boy has an adventurer's hat. Are we allowed to trade sidekicks? I'll trade Cappy for this puppy. Heck, I'll trade you 100 toads for this puppy with a hat. Would you all at home trade Cappy for this puppy? Comment below if you'd take this tiny furry sidekick with you or not. Nintendo has also figured out an intuitive way to use the new rumble features in the Joy-Cons. A lot of secrets can be found by following the direction of the rumble of the controllers, and it's surprisingly accurate. I found myself rarely ever needing to think about where the vibration was leading me. This made it a very fun, enjoyable, and noticeable gameplay function. Nintendo has finally given me what I've wanted for 20 plus years. I can now be my very own Bullet Bill. Time to blow some suckers up. Oh, I can't adjust my altitude. What a buzzkill, Nintendo. Did this Sphinx just say anywho? I believe someone should let it know that I'm the one who says anywho around here. I'll have to have a good talk to it later. Anywho, let's loot this treasure vault. Luigi and his mansion full of gold and jewels can eat his heart out. Wait a second. If Luigi had that much money, why can't he pay his rent? Oh, that boy's getting a talking to right after I'm done with this Sphinx. Would you look at that? Even the sprites change with Mario's clothes. That is freaking amazing. Look at the little pixel sombrero. It's so edgy. I've fallen in love with every design aspect of this desert world so far, from the colorful town to the crumbling ruins in the sand. It really does feel like this place could exist somewhere in the real world. Most likely because it's probably inspired by a real place. Oh man! Chain reactions! Make the cycle stop! Make the cycle stop! Make the cycle stop! Ladies... My little baby seedlings grow up so fast. I'm not ready for this yet. It seems like only a few hours ago I found them as seeds. Hashtag Plant Daddy Mario. If I never spanked that sheep, I never would have found this place. Yup, I actually wrote that down on my notes. Right here. I really shouldn't play video games for the show so late at night, you guys. Out of the short glimpses we've seen of all of them, I think this is my favorite Brutal of them all. Only because she's the cutest. I love how she has this dress comboed with a spiked metal helmet and ball on the end of her ponytail. Her weaponized ponytail actually reminds me of Juliet Butler from the Artemis Fowl book series. She also used her ponytail as a weapon in one of the books. It really is a shame we have to defeat her though. She was so cute. After taking her down, you need to go inside the hole the inverted pyramid left behind, because the ice situation on the surface has gotten even worse and the desert is starting to freeze over even more now. Once inside, you get to transform Mario into his ultimate form.
The ultimate tower of Gumball City.
It's all the Goombas stacked together and all the power that comes with it. The power is mostly just waddling around on ice without slipping. We Canadians are born with that passive ability, so it's nothing special to us. It's also why 95% of Canada's population are hockey players. This big frozen bongo impersonator is satisfying for one reason alone. Capturing his own fists and beating his face with them. Stop hitting yourself! Why are you hitting yourself? Stop hitting yourself! After knuckle sandwiching this punk, the desert seems to be heating up. With that, new places and moons are opening up to us. But most importantly, the Freezy Shop! Fun fact, if you run face first into a cactus, do you know what happens? Mario does now. He's got a nose full of spines. I did this to him. Howdy, y'all. This is Cowboy Mario here to open up a ranch in Toast Arena. Yup, more dress-up opportunities. This is another public service announcement. The adorable puppy from earlier is now coming outside because it's become warm in the desert again, and you can play fetch with him! I'd say you may return to what you were doing, but I don't think you'll want to after playing fetch with this puppy. Princess Peach can wait 10 more minutes, right? I'm sure she'll understand when I tell her about the cute puppy in the hat. Oh, who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Those taxi stations are now up and running again, but it's operated by a stone jaguar called a Jaxi. This thing runs hella fast and is an intense and fun traveling system, especially because when you tell him to brake, he scooches his little butt. Oh, there was also this gliding lizard guy, but he's not as fun as the Bullet Bills. Sorry, buddy. Explosives are cooler. The rocket ship that was once encased in ice now takes you to the strange neighborhood, and it is a great callback stage. It is heavily reminiscent of the older No Flood Shines from Super Mario Sunshine, where the floors would change and rotate around, providing a greater platforming challenge. I really do enjoy how Nintendo has been making such great callbacks to its roots with Mario. It feels like they know what's made Mario so popular and loved in their 3D games, and have been giving fans blatant nods to their previous works. Oh hey, it's Captain Toad again! You're lucky you're so cute, little buddy, or I might have to exercise some catch and release.
The sand with you.
I believe that's all I have to show you on the tour of this world, the Sand Kingdom. Of course, there are some things I haven't shown you because I like leaving some things for players to find on their own. However, we need to pack up and get ready for our next Kingdoms tour. I suggest getting your swimsuit because it looks pretty wet there. Thank you so much for joining me again on this Weird World experimental exploration series. I can't wait to share the rest of my thoughts, quips, and these astoundingly magical worlds with each and every one of you again. Please, stay tuned because my next video in this series is next Friday, and if you don't want to miss coming on this Odyssey with me, then please consider subscribing and liking this video. That way, you can find my next video as soon as it uploads. I'm always up for interacting with fans of the show as well, so don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. I know many people say this, but it really does help out the show. Or, if the comments section isn't your thing, try hitting me up on Facebook or Twitter @WhatBeef. Also, if you're in the mood to watch some chill gameplay videos, consider checking out my other shows in the end card. They're called Bite-Sized Beefs, and I just defeated the devil in Cuphead, so check that out. I heard it's pretty spicy. I'll also throw in a little bit of Deadly Tower of Monsters in there for some sci-fi goodness. Anywho, I can't wait for next time. See ya!